What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode where we only talk about the NAS100. So with nothing more to say or to do, we're just going to get straight into it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to turn on all the work that we did from Wednesday. Okay, and we're going to go into it. It is looking super busy in this corner right now, I know. We're going to talk about some of the cool things that we've been doing this week, and we've been doing a lot of cool things this week. Apart from that situation that I had on, I think it was Tuesday, when I put in a sell rather than a buy, it's literally been going one way for me, which is my way, the way that I want it to go, which is straight to the moon, right? So I'm going to explain that. I'm going to explain that to you guys a little bit, as well as discuss what I'm expecting to be coming up in the coming days and weeks. So with that, we're just going to go into a lower time frame. So for the new guys that have just come onto this channel or just found this video for the first time, okay, it's important that you keep an eye on the background, which is the watermark, because that lets you know what time frame I'm using, right? So whenever I change to a different time frame, it will always say it here. Now, because a lot of you will be focusing on what is actually going on in the chart, the time frame in the background, the watermark will actually be invisible to you. So it's important that I let you know that this is where you'll be able to see where I'm actually changing the time frame, the area that I'm hovering, right? So that you can always keep up and obviously reference it with your own charts in your own time. Okay, so this chart right now is looking super busy, because like I said, like I've been an animal on this thing right now, right? I've just been going crazy. So I'm just going to clean it up a bit. I'm going to put everything back again, but for the most part, half the stuff I've got there, you don't even need to know it, because it's all literally, it's just for me. It's just for me. So I'm going to clean up all of this stuff here, just get rid of it, because a lot of it, we don't need them anymore, right? The key areas that we talked about in these little moves that I put on the channel, as I was discussing it with you on Wednesday, a lot of it is all been violated. So we're in a new set of trend now, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. I mean, some of the things I was saying earlier still stands, but there are some changes that have come in that we are going to have to factor in. Okay, so let's have a quick look to see if we got everything out. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. And this little trend that we got going on over here, this, I don't know if I should still keep this here or not. I probably will, but I'll just, yeah, I'll keep it on. I'll just keep it on for now, because it might prove useful later on down the line. So we just keep this on, we'll just tidy this up a bit. And it's always important to try to keep a tidy chart, so at least you don't get overwhelmed with all the information that you're looking at. So if you don't keep a tidy chart, I strongly recommend that you do. It will make your life a lot easier. Alright, so, and let's get rid of this. We're going to bring this back in later. Okay, so what have I been doing from Wednesday up until now? So the position that I jumped in on Wednesday, okay, we did well in that. So I took it from around this area somewhere. Right? And because I actually got closed out, but I got closed out around here somewhere. It was this red that took me out, or this blue that took me out actually. So like explaining, but I was very profitable. I didn't do bad. I wasn't very profitable, but it wasn't bad either. So just to showcase what we did, so we got it to about, let me bring this down so we can just see the numbers. Let me just make sure I got it in the correct zone, because it definitely was this dark blue that took me out. Okay, so we did roughly around 261 pips. Okay, we did that, right? So actually no, it wasn't this one that took me out, because I was still holding. It was, I believe, because I got taken out literally right after I did the video. It was this one that took me out. Okay, yes, so I was right. Yes, it was this blue that took me out. Yes, this blue. So we did roughly around 261 pips, give or take, right? That's what we did in this area over here. So that wasn't too bad, okay? And then I waited I waited until the following day, which was the Thursday, and then what I did was it this one? It was this one. Yes, it was this one that I took. It was this one. Yeah, because I remember I was, yep. Sorry, I was just talking to myself for a second. Right, so then I took this one here. So then I took this one over here. Right. And for this one, I was actually able to stack on that one as well. So I picked up some more. So what I did was, and this is the one I'm still in, by the way. So I'm still in this one right now. I have a trailing, which is right under here somewhere, and I'll be closing out of that position today. So I'll be exiting that position today before market closes, because I'm not holding anything over the weekend. Like, I just don't do it. I try not to. Sometimes you do, but I just try not to, because if it gaps and it gaps in the way that I don't like, it can really hurt. And I try to avoid those gaps. So I was able to stack over here. I'll just draw little arrows in. Right, so that was my first position in this corner. We did the market buy. Right, then I was able to stack over here. I only took one position, so then I added another one at this level right here, and then today I added another level. I added another position at this level right here, at this position right here. But it wasn't that blue, it was the following wick that appeared after, and when it went past that level, that's when I jumped in. Right, so we did here and we did here. Right, these are the two moves that we've done at the moment, and we're still in this position right now. We're still in this position right now with my trailing stop over here. So no matter what happens, I'm profitable today. Right, no matter what happens, so my trailing stop is right here. So no matter what happens, I'm profitable today, which is fantastic, the kind of results that I want to see. Okay, so with that all covered now, we're just going to get into what I was saying. And what I was saying pretty much stands in regards to what I said on Wednesday, that price. So let me just get rid of all of these things over here, because we don't need them anymore. Right, we don't need them anymore. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this. So this area is where I think price is going to. This area right here. I think price is going to this particular zone right here, or maybe, or it might just peak above this zone. So let's make this one, make this black, and what is that anyway? Is that a high? That actually is a high. So let me put the correct tag on it. So hourly high. So this is the zone that I think that price is going to go to, or is going to hover in between. Right? So just so that it really sticks out for you guys, this is it right here. And the bottom price corresponds with the bottom of this structure, and the top price corresponds with the top of this structure also. Okay, so it's very, very, very clear. So this is where I think price is going to be going to, right? And I think it's going to do that. Either we're going to get there today, but as you can see, market is beginning to lose a bit of momentum. So I don't think it's actually going to get there today per se. Okay, but however, it could do it on a Monday. And then once we get to Monday, once it's done what it needs to do at this level on the Monday, it can either begin to pull back or go to the top of this structure line over here, which it has been obeying, right? And even if it comes to this level, I will still consider it went to this level. Why? Because everything doesn't have to be exact, but it's just in the general area, the general zone. Okay, that's what let us know if it's in that if it's in the correct location or not. Right? So that is what I think. Now, in saying that as well, okay, it could actually blow past and actually go above this trend line right here. It could actually go above that, and then aim to push to the upside. If it does, that is fantastic. Okay, that is fantastic, because what we can just say is we can just measure from this trend line to the top of the structure, okay, and that will give us 1,333 pips, right? It's a potential profit for us. Okay, will it do that? I don't know. I just generally don't know, but we'll find out what it's going to do, if it's going to do it or not do it, once it actually gets into that zone. So that is an area that I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on, right? And if you just look at this on a macro, so on the daily macro, we can then see what it really looks like in terms of what we can expect. And if you look at it on a daily, let's move these over here somewhere. If you look at it on a daily, we can see that if it's going to be pushing down, right, coming back down to this zone over here, right, which is a potential destination for price to come down to, which is this level. That zone where I've marked out is a good place for price to go to. It's a good place for price to go to, and that's this zone right here. This zone right here. Okay, so these two zones, this zone over here and this zone over here, which corresponds to this little area over here, okay, is where we think price could either break above or pull down from. Okay, and if price pulls down, this is where we're expecting it to go, right? We're expecting it to come down to this level, and if price breaks above, let's see if this level corresponds with anything, and it corresponds with this area over here in terms of this zone, but it doesn't necessarily have to be this zone. So if I was to draw a little trend line across, we can kind of see what we'll be getting. Okay, so we can see it corresponds over here, it corresponds over here, and this will be it over here, and these two levels are considered lows. So this would be a perfect place for price to retrace back down should it break above this zone right here. And that's the zone that we marked out on the hourly. Okay, so I think pretty much this is how it looks in regards to what I'm expecting market to do between now and say next week Tuesday, to be fair, because Monday when I touch base with you in the evening, we're pretty much just going to be covering, did it make its way up to this trend line over here, or did it pull back, or has it even got in there? Is it playing around this area somewhere? Because these are all things we're going to be discussing on Monday when the time comes, because then we'll have an idea as to what market is doing. So for now, if you have a buy position on, well, I say, well, it's going one way. I mean, you can look at the shape of this this candle over here. It's only going in one direction, so I'm assuming it's going to continue doing that until the end of market today. Okay, and if you're planning on selling, then I wouldn't do that, but if you were doing that, then I would say just know where your cutoff point is going to be, and make sure you stick to it, because other than that, it could really hurt. All right, so with that done, guys, I want to thank you for coming over and watching another episode. Okay, if you haven't done so already, but you found the content useful and you want to see more content like this, okay, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and hit the like button. These 3 moves will cost you less than 3 seconds. It really helps the channel grow, and that's what I want. So hopefully you can just do that for me if you appreciate the content. All right, so with that said, guys, I want to thank you all for giving me your precious time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.